Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. And today we're going to tackle, I think, a question that a lot of people have probably thought about. We've got the Mario universe, we got the Sonic universe, but who is really the fastest?
Yep.
We've got a list of the fastest characters in both, and we're going to do more than just, list them off.
Right.
We're going to dig into some of the details and some of the really interesting stuff there.
Yeah, it's always really interesting to see how speed is portrayed
Hmm.
in different universes or worlds, and not only who is the fastest, but the ways that speed is portrayed,
Yeah.
from innate abilities to, technological enhancements and whatnot.
Right. And let's be real, ranking fictional characters by speed is inherently kind of silly, but it's also really fun. And, maybe we learn something along the way.
Yeah,
So, okay,
exactly.
let's start with the obvious.
Hmm.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
I mean, this guy is practically synonymous with speed.
He is, it's funny, the source material actually refers to him as the fastest thing alive, which,
Yeah.
Immediately kind of raises some questions.
Right.
The fastest thing alive on Earth in the entire Sonic universe.
Mm-hmm.
It really does make you wonder if there are beings out there, maybe in different dimensions, that could give Sonic a run for his money.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Thinking about other universes with totally different rules and maybe, completely different, even faster characters than Sonic is kind of mind-blowing.
Right.
And then there's Metal Sonic.
Oh, yes.
His robotic rival.
Right.
This isn't just some, slowpoke sidekick.
Right.
Metal Sonic was literally designed to be faster than Sonic.
Oh, yeah. It really is a testament to the lengths that Dr. Eggman will go to defeat Sonic. And what's really fascinating about Metal Sonic is he's not just faster, but he's constantly being upgraded. He's constantly pushing Sonic to break his own limits. And there are even instances in the games where Metal Sonic actually surpasses Sonic's speed,
Wow.
forcing him to adapt and evolve his techniques.
So it's this constant back and forth, pushing each other
Absolutely.
to become even faster.
Yeah,
Speaking of pushing limits, why do his friends fit into all this?
sure.
Like Tails, for example, is known for being pretty quick and is all right.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Tails may not reach those top speeds that Sonic does,
Mhm.
but he's definitely faster than Knuckles, according to this source.
Okay.
And then, of course, we can't forget about Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, his speed is primarily attributed to his hover shoes, which brings up an interesting sort of philosophical debate.
Right. Is tech-assisted speed really real speed?
Right.
I mean, it makes you think about, real-world parallels.
Hmm.
Athletes, they use specialized gear, but, the core strength and skill is still there.
Hmm.
Where do we draw that line between augmentation and genuine ability?
Exactly. And that line can get really blurry, especially when you consider Shadow's backstory. He was created with incredible speed potential. The hover shoes simply amplify that existing capability.
Yeah.
It's not as if he's just, some average hedgehog strapping on a pair of rocket boosters or something like that.
Right. Okay, so Sonic and his crew are clearly blurring the lines between fast and supersonic.
Absolutely.
But what about the Mario universe?
Yeah.
Our source actually compares Mario's speed to a tortoise
Yeah.
next to Sonic,
Yeah.
which I find kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it's true that Mario, he's not really known for his lightning-fast reflexes.
Yeah.
He's more about agility and his platforming skills.
Mhm.
But even the Mario world has its share of speed demons.
Mhm.
Yoshi and Toadette are both mentioned here as being surprisingly quick.
Yeah, and I was really intrigued by Wiggler.
Oh, yeah.
Normally he's just this chill, peaceful caterpillar,
Right.
but when he gets mad, he turns red and he zooms off like a rocket.
Yeah. That's a perfect example of what I call conditional speed, where a character speed is really dependent on certain circumstances or triggers. And we actually see this pop up in other fictional universes as well, where characters will tap into some sort of hidden potential when they're faced with danger or, intense emotions, that kind of thing.
That's really cool. It makes you wonder, are there other characters in either universe with that same kind of hidden speed potential just waiting to be unlocked?
Right.
Our source actually has a couple of question marks next to, a couple of names.
Hmm.
Scourge the Hedgehog,
Yeah,
Mighty the Armadillo.
that's right.
Who are these mysterious figures?
Well, in a way, the lack of information there is almost more intriguing than knowing their exact speed capabilities.
Right.
Because it really does spark the imagination. Are they secret speedsters? Do they possess unique abilities that just haven't been fully explored?
Yeah.
It really makes you want to dig deeper into the lore and see what other mysteries are hidden within these worlds.
Yeah, it's like a treasure hunt for knowledge.
It is.
And, thinking about all these different characters and their unique approaches to speed got me thinking about kind of the bigger picture.
Yeah.
What is it about speed that fascinates us so much? Why is it such a recurring theme in video games and in mythology and even our everyday lives?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think it really speaks to our inherent desire to push boundaries and to transcend limitations. Both the Mario and Sonic franchises have evolved over the years, and speed has become even more central to the gameplay.
Right.
It's almost as if our fascination with virtual speed is mirroring our real-world technological advancements.
Exactly. We're constantly striving for faster internet speeds, faster travel, faster It's like we equate speed with progress.
It's true. And this connection between speed and progress,
Yeah.
it's not a new thing. If you think about ancient mythology, for example, Hermes in Greek mythology, Mercury in Roman mythology, these are the messengers of the gods.
Yeah.
Their speed symbolized power and the ability to transcend the limitations of the mortal world.
Wow. So it's not just about, getting from point A to point B quickly.
Right.
Speed represents something more profound, this ability to overcome obstacles and achieve the extraordinary.
Absolutely. And sometimes speed can even be about escape.
Oh, yeah.
In movies and literature, characters will often use speed to get away from danger or outrun their problems. It represents this break from constraints, a way to leave the past behind and move towards a new future.
That makes me think about the characters we've been talking about today. Sonic constantly battling villains and saving the world.
Right.
Tails, always there to lend a helping hand. Shadow wrestling with his past and seeking redemption. Their speed could be seen as a metaphor for their drive, their determination to overcome whatever obstacles are in their way.
It's a very compelling interpretation. That their speed becomes this reflection of their inner strength and their resilience. And it really does remind us that speed in any context is often about more than just miles per hour or meters per second. It's about the will to move forward, to evolve, to strive for something greater.
That's amazing. Wow. It's amazing how something as simple as speed can lead to, such deep reflections on human nature and our place in the universe.
Yeah.
It's like we're hardwired to be fascinated by those who can, push those boundaries and defy limitations.
Absolutely. And it's not just limited to speed either. We see this fascination with pushing limits in all areas of human endeavor. I mean, from exploring, the depths of space to breaking world records in athletics, as part of what drives us to innovate and evolve as a species.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
Yeah, it has.
We started with this simple question of, who's faster, Mario or Sonic?
Right.
And we ended up delving into mythology and philosophy and the very essence of human ambition.
It really is a testament to the power of fictional universes like Mario and Sonic. They provide this really fun and engaging way to explore these complex themes and really spark, meaningful discussions.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Okay.
If you could design a new character for either the Mario or Sonic universe,
Right.
what kind of unique speed ability would you give them?
Ooh.
Would it be tied to their emotions, like Wiggler's, anger-fueled bursts of speed?
Right.
Would it be linked to a specific environment, like a character who can only move at supersonic speeds underwater?
Interesting.
Or maybe they have a special gadget that
Yeah.
grants them temporary bursts of speed.
I love it. It's a fascinating exercise in creativity. And you think about your character's speed ability,
Yeah.
consider what it reveals about their personality, their motivations, and ultimately, their role within that larger narrative.
Speed can be a really powerful tool for storytelling.
It can.
And it's up to us as fans and creators to really explore its full potential.
Absolutely.
So keep those creative juices flowing, and who knows, maybe your super speedy character will be the star of the next Mario or Sonic adventure. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and until next time, stay curious.